Yo, what's up everyone? It's CarsonRox35 here. Welcome back to another episode of a PokeFind Podcast. If you haven't seen any of the achievement hunt videos for this week or any of the videos this week at all so far, make sure you go check those out because that means you missed the Rockstar of the Week and you're about to get spoiled. Rockstar of the Week for this week, or technically last week, was Chris, my boy Chris. You got your video, your comment was in one of the Minecraft Achievement Hunt videos. I'm pretty sure it's Monday's episode of Minecraft Achievement Hunt is you should have gotten your Rockstar of the Week, man. I meant to put it into Saturday's video and I just kind of skipped over my head, so I do apologize for that. But we have a few things to talk about today in comparison to just comments like we usually do, or other things. But we are coming back to the main topic of live streams for a little bit here. So, now I did start my Pokédex Pixelmon live series back 2 weeks back, and I streamed the first episode, but this week I didn't stream twice like I had planned to. I missed out on the second stream. I had a long day, and my first stream wasn't my Pixelmon live. It was PokeFind grinding. So, and that live stream was all about just leveling up my Pokemon. So I think I'm going to be doing those types of live streams back and forth or more often, as well as with the Pokedex live streams as well, and they're either going to rotate back and forth or kind of collide by each other on the day before or day after. They're all going to kind of be around there. They're all going to be live streams. But the reason for I have PokeFind live streams coming back is one of the reasons I didn't have PokeFind live streams continue was because I didn't want to get too far ahead on the catching what team members and everything I wanted for that season, and that's something we had already started off with the current kind of early. We had a good Blissey already from Eggs and Espeon, and so we were set for a third of our team already, and we knew who we wanted for the rest of them. So it was really hard to try to put that into where we couldn't do quests yet. And when we got to the point where we could do quests, we weren't high enough level, but we had the team. Sort of. We had the 4 out of 6 members of the team. We had basically what we knew what we wanted the team to be, but the levels weren't there. And it's really hard, I figured out, to train levels on PokeFind Season 2 for Gen 2 because Pokemon are just more spread out. If you paid attention to any of these clips during grinding EVs in PokeFind Season 2, I usually do it in Draco Valley or Spawn. Pokemon are very spread out in either place, you know, and they're not always the levels or the Pokemon you need. So training in levels or EVs can be extremely difficult sometimes in this generation that I've found. Even with the EV bracelets, I got those later on. They helped a lot, but at the same time, it was still kind of difficult. So I'm implementing bringing back PokeFind live streams for leveling only though. They will not be quests. There will not be, maybe some catching Pokemon, you know, that's kind of different, trying to add to the team, but not doing anything specific outside catching a Pokemon. You know, it wouldn't be fair if we had a rare Pokemon, but we couldn't catch it just because it was a stream and not the series. You know, they're all intertwined between together, and I put all the PokeFind live streams in the PokeFind playlist as well. So you can always miss those, because all live streams I create automatically become videos afterwards. So it's a little weird because I'm stuck in the progression that if you guys seen this week's episode of PokeFind, you saw that we got no progression done. You could see that we got up to the levels from past the live stream, but we didn't get any higher, so I didn't had time to do any more work in between there and the live stream, not much anyways, to make any difference or any noticeable difference. And that's becoming very hard with me for that. So I needed the live streams to come back into schedule so that I'm able to actually grind these out outside of my own time and still be able to give you guys the content that I want to give you and that you guys want to see. So because this latest video, you saw us do no progress in PokeFind, but we had a very energetic video. It was very fun, it was very comical. I was stumbling over myself repeatedly. But it was all energetic and it was all fun, and I had a fantastic time recording, even though we made no progress at all on actually playing the game. But it was all me having fun with the viewers, trying to talk to you guys, stumbling myself, explaining myself. And I know it was a bit of a mess, but at the same time, it was very comedic and enjoying for me. So I hope you guys understand that even though that video was very different-ish compared to what I usually post for PokeFind, I'm in a stump where I can only level Pokemon, and that's not the only thing I want to show you guys is slow training. Because the problem with recording that is half the time it's me running around looking for a Pokemon, and then half the time it's me battling the Pokemon. Like, there's 2 minutes between each Pokemon, so it's really hard for me to record that or edit that when I'm cutting out every 2 minutes of just running around looking for a Pokemon to the actual training themselves. And yeah, I know I don't have to cut out the actual running in between each Pokemon and everything, but the way it is, I'm trying to explain it, so I hope you guys understand my somewhat brief metaphor type thing that I was going for. It just kind of put me in a weird position where I wasn't having a problem recording PokeFind. It was just the fact that I needed so much work to be put in before I could record my next episodes, and it wasn't possible. It literally wasn't possible for me to put that into a valid recording way or schedule or anything for me to pre-advance it, because PokeFind does this thing where their quests just start at level 85, and it's put me in a position where I'm kind of stalled fest again, and I'm working on fixing it. That's why this last episode was all about comedic, and it was all just fun and rambly and goofiness. And so this week's videos towards PokeFind, or maybe overall, are sort of going to have that bit of a feeling, just because I was kind of in that mood and that go-to for that. But they should be, hopefully, once we get into the live streaming a bit more. And this weekend I have an extra day off work, so I should be able to wrap up some more training for you guys and actually get back into the content itself, so I don't have that issue anymore with recording content for that. I'm just at a stall point where I have nothing but training Pokemon to do because I can't beat the quest because of their level. But training Pokemon so slow, it's not easy or even possible to record. So that was the most simple version I could do it over the 4-minute explanation I decided to do instead. I don't know which way you guys will understand more, but I hope you guys understand that. Anyways, enough of my nonsense of rambling that you guys, for some reason, whatever, enjoy and listen to on here. I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate it. Let's get into our comments today. So Nick, our boy Nick, he was a Rockstar 2 weeks ago. You said, hey, sorry for not watching the vids lately. Been busy now, but I'm going to start watching like normal again. That was on the Rockstar of the Week, so that means you saw about the Rockstar of the Week and everything. We already had that conversation in person. But thank you for the comment, my man. And it's all good that you haven't watched the videos, as long as you try to get to them when you want to. Like, I'm not going to tell you, hey, watch my videos, you know. I put them out there for you guys to enjoy in your downtime, and that's the best part of it. I appreciate the being sorry for not being able to watch the videos on time, and I know it does take a weird progression for the channel on trying to grow it, but I appreciate it. But don't ever worry about not watching the videos. As much as I want you guys to watch the videos, I don't want to stress yourself about not watching the videos. I know that sounds really weird, but I've stressed about not watching videos that I want to watch on YouTube when my creators that I watch post. So I'm trying to put my own perspective on it, and I think that's where Nick's coming from. So Nick, if that's what you mean, me and you, we're on the same level, man. We're right there. I get what you mean. Otherwise, I just confused the heck out of a lot of people. Anyway, you said this video looked weird like you talked about, and it looks like squished on the side like the natural. Yeah, that was for the Scarlet Island episode of PokeFind and everything, and we were talking about the aspect ratios of that. I already covered that in many videos. I think I've talked about that multiple times. So, I appreciate that, and we're going to do a quick cover over it at the same time. So, when the videos are squished, because I got a widescreen monitor that curves, it makes it a 720p video, but it doesn't affect any of my aspect ratios from the rest of my programs for YouTube. And what I mean by that, when I import a video or an end screen element or anything like that when trying to publish the video, it doesn't have a problem with the video itself. YouTube doesn't. But if I do it the other way around, I have a 1080p quality video, but it's widescreened, you know, so everything looks normal, but when you watch it on YouTube, it feels extra wide. You know, when you watch it on mobile, I think it might even get black bars. I'm not sure. I don't remember that properly. So it's something really weird that I'm trying to Google and figure out what's the best way around this. I'm doing my best possible chance. I don't know if you guys think I should just stick with the higher quality and the widescreen. I don't know how that affects everything on YouTube overall. It's one of those reasons I've not done it. But maybe if you guys think I should, let me know in the comments below if I should do that at all. If I should go with a week or two of trying to put just the 1080p aspect ratio quality on there and see what kind of happens to YouTube and see what lets me do that. So let me know if you guys want me to experiment with that more. You said, great video. I really liked all that energy you had. And that was Aundoom in speed training. Yeah, Nick, that was literally on the same episode we were just talking about. The first 3 comments are always you, I swear. I love it. I really do. That's your dedication, man, and I appreciate it to the heart. Yeah, so I will explain that video. I think I actually explained it in the video itself as well. Was recorded in 2 separate occasions. I recorded the first half, I think 2 days prior to recording the second half of that video. I don't really remember why I took 2 separate moments or 2 separate days to try to record that video. It still doesn't really come back to me, but I think it helped me with my energy in that video to really expel it, so it felt like it was across the entire video. So instead of putting all my energy into one 20, 30, 45-minute video and trying to keep that height all the way through, I had that height for half the video, but since I only recorded 2 halves, it looked like it was all the way through more, and it was more upbeat than it usually is. That's something I'm going to just make sure I say this properly. I really like the way that video came out because of that, yes. But I don't like the fact that it was done only because of editing, no. But that's what I'm going for in my videos, yes, aka one of the reasons I had my video from PokeFind this week earlier. See, they all kind of interlink and twine together, so if that makes sure you actually watch these podcasts, and everything comes together, so you kind of see it. So, I really enjoyed that video, and I love the energy, like you talked about, but it's just putting all that into each video. It's kind of hard for me sometimes because I'm mainly focused on recording what I'm doing. So I'm working on separating and developing my focus for the 2 different types of things at once. So I appreciate it, and I am very much glad you enjoy that because I'm trying to work on it. You said, nice build. I can use these as reference in my own build. That was on the waterfall and village farm. I really hope you enjoyed that episode, man. You gave me the waterfall idea, and you actually really helped me out a lot. You helped me redo how I wanted the village because I didn't have a plan for that at all. I didn't have a plan where I was going to put my armory, and you solved both those problems. Help me figure out where to put a waterfall, what to do with my armory, and how to rebuild my village, because I just put my own separate farm up there and I rebuilt everything. And that one comment alone helped me with 3 different problems in that series. So very, very good job, man. I would appreciate and thank you a lot because you helped me out a lot, man. And I think I already talked about this in my last PokeFind podcast, but I don't think so. I'm not sure. All my videos and recordings are kind of overlapping at the moment, so sometimes it's hard to tell what's what because I record so much of it at once. So if I repeat myself with any of the comments, just be glad you got a secondary mention, and sorry for anyone that didn't. But you asked Chris if I was going to play any of the new Pokemon games. I think I explained all of this already, but for an extra long podcast today, and I'm feeling really good, let's go ahead and just sit down and talk about it, because I'm super excited for these Pokemon games. If you don't know the second half of my channel, for whatever reason, it's Minecraft and Pokemon, the 2 halves of my channel. And Pokemon had not a Pokemon debut, but Pokemon Presents, and they released new updates coming to Pokemon Unite, something I severely wanted to play for a while now. They released brand new information on Shiny Diamond, it's Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl for Pokemon, and they look beautiful. I mean, the games look so gorgeous, and I can't wait just to dive into it and record it. Between that game and the Unite update alone, it pushed me to buy a Switch and everything forward, because I don't own one yet, but I'm buying everyone as soon as possible now. I upgraded my speed like 4 months of my original plan just because I want to play these games. And Legends of Arceus was another reason I wanted to do it. If you haven't seen the Pokemon Presents, I severely go check it out. It was so sick, and it was one of the best ones I've ever seen Pokemon do, just because it was so good. But Arceus was so cool. It was a dynamic between RPG and Pokemon, that kind of survival-esque feel that you get if Pokemon were really there, but at the same time not. It's something that's been missing from Pokemon for a long time. It combined Pokemon and Pixelmon, because Pixelmon gave that survival-esque feel and that world of Pokemon in a different way that Pokemon never could itself. because it wasn't a first-person game. It wasn't in the wild. It was all story-based. And as much as I love Pokemon, Pixelmon gave me that free range to do that, you know? And that's one of the reasons I like it so much. With this, it looks so cool because Pokemon can attack you. You have to sneak up on them to be able to learn about them. You're actually learning about them too. You're filling in the Pokedex for the first time because it takes place before the Generation 4. It takes place in that town as it's being built up, and it's so cool. The dynamic of it, you're acting like you're one of the first world out there, not knowing anything about Pokemon. You're studying them, learning about them for the first time. You're gaining information from the Pokedex in a different way that you hadn't compared to any other Pokemon game. Like, you collect information on Pokemon when you catch them, obviously, and when you see them out in the wild in your Pokedex. But at the same time, it's not the same as you're studying them up in a patch of grass 10 feet away, or you battling them, so you're watching how they react to certain movements or gestures or treats or whatever it is. And it's something that I'm so stoked for, and it pushed all the plans I had forward and completely changed my recording schedule too. Diamond and Pearl was not the next Pokemon game I was going to be played, but because of Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl, I'm making the next Pokemon randomizer, and I've said this for I think a week or two now because I don't care that it's spoiled. They're going to be Pokemon Diamond or Diamond and Pearl. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, because when you play it on your own Nuzlocke, it's only one or the other, but usually Soul Links, it's Diamond and Pearl. I'm going to be playing Diamond or Pearl or both before that comes out as a Pokemon series. Once again, it's kind of dependent on when this series ends for Achievement Hunt and PokeFind, but at the same time, both of those are something that I want to do before those games comes out. I had planned originally, I think, doing Emerald for my next Nuzlocke, but that changed the moment I saw that Pokemon Presents about not even a week ago. It completely changed the entire dynamic. I was so stoked and ready to record that I just wish I already had the Elgato, the equipment, everything I needed to buy still for it. I wish I already had it. I wish I could just play it. Like, I wish I was already there. I was so stoked. I'm so stoked to be able to play that game because it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it's finally a great step into game making, because a lot of games nowadays you can see the graphics evolving, but you don't see them changing. If you can understand what I mean from a gamer's perspective, you can expect most similar graphics but just different level of qualities from most FPS games. If you played a lot of first-person shooter games, you get that feeling, you know, the textures and how the graphics qualities all collide. It's completely different from that style of Pokemon. Pokemon had this style from playing out their games throughout the entire time, and they took their stylistic 3D above version of their game in their Switch versions of the game and just put them into Diamond and Pearl. The way it looks is so beautiful for a game that, even though it's animated for graphics and not realistic graphics like FPS, it's a different style and feel that I have not seen or felt for a very long time, and that's one of the reasons I'm so stoked to be able to play this game. But that's where I'm going to end today's PokeFind podcast. This was supposed to be a 10-minute podcast, and I went on for nearly 20 minutes because of one comment. So thank you all for commenting. Make sure you comment down below. I hope you guys all did enjoy the podcast, and peace.